Medical care in Ethiopia is scarce, and the few clinics and hospitals are very expensive for many to get assistance. In August of 2022, we started a new medium clinic, similar to urgent care facilities we have here in the States, to help those who don't have the means to afford these private medical care facilities. Our clinic charges 70% lower than other healthcare facilities, and those who don't have the minimum charge will receive free service. For the last 9 months, the clinic provided medical assistance for over 8,152 patients, of which 2,410 were given free service. The clinic is becoming another means for our gospel outreach, and we are grateful for the opportunity to serve God's family and the community at large. In 1961, when the Church of Christ Mission came to Ethiopia, starting a school to teach the deaf was not part of the plan. However, 50 years ago, in 1963, the Church of Christ Mission opened the first deaf school in the country. Teaching the deaf children opened the possibility to reach people with the gospel, and the deaf school became instrumental for evangelical activity in the country. For the past 50 years, thousands of deaf and hearing students received elementary and middle school education at our schools and transferred to high schools and graduated college. Today, some of these students became teachers in our schools and involved in different parts of the missions work in Ethiopia. My name is Nabiyu Muse. I came to Makanisa School for the Deaf 41 years ago. I completed my elementary education here and attended vocational school. Upon graduation, I was hired by the mission to be a teacher. I have been teaching for the past 26 years. My wife is also deaf, and we have 4 hearing children. My family and I are members of the church. Once I became a Christian, my desire was serving the deaf community with the Word of God. For the past 25 years, I worked with the deaf community. Through the years, the number of children who seek education increased, and we tried to accommodate the need by building additional classrooms by converting shipping containers to classrooms. Understanding the benefits these schools provide to our gospel outreach and to meet the government requirement, a few years ago, we decided to find a long-term solution to replace the shipping container classrooms with new school building. Today, the building is over 95% complete, and March of this year, we moved our current 375 students to this new building. The new building has 22 classrooms, computer rooms, cafeteria, and a library that will provide an ideal learning experience for the children and meets the government requirement. The students who come to our schools are from marginalized and destitute families, and we provide free education, uniforms, school supplies, and food to all our students. We thank God for this great opportunity presented to us to serve these deaf children and their families. We thank you all for being a part of this work.
My name is Elizabeth Mashesha. I joined Makanisa School for the Deaf 48 years ago. While I was in school, I learned about the Bible and became a member of the church. I have 5 brothers and 1 sister. 5 of us are deaf and attended the Makanisa School for the Deaf. We all graduated high school and joined the workforce to support ourselves. I work here in the Makanisa Deaf School, and my siblings work other places, and we all are members of the Church of Christ and participate in the deaf ministry.
My name is David Kosai. I was born and raised here in Church of Christ compound. My mom and dad are deaf, and they are part of the early deaf students who attended the Makanisa School for the Deaf. They both are members of the church and work in the mission. They were the first deaf couple to be married in the church. My parents raised 3 hearing boys. As part of the integration program to teach the deaf children with hearing, my brothers and I joined the Makanisa School for the Deaf and completed our elementary education. After receiving additional training, I was hired as an assistant teacher to teach sign language to the parents of deaf students. My deaf parents gave birth to hearing children, and my brothers and I had difficulties communicating with them because we didn't know sign language. My personal experience became a reason for me to involve in school's effort of helping families of deaf children learn sign language. I also work as a translator for the deaf community in dealing with public and government agencies like courts, police stations, hospitals, and clinics. I am married and my wife is deaf. My wife works in the school, and our 2 hearing children are students of the school. They are the 3rd generation to attend the school, and I hope this school will be the place of learning for their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. For years to come, and more so, as it did for my parents and I, it will open the door for them to learn the gospel, to save their soul, and live faithful Christian life that honors God and their country. The Water Project program continues to be one of the instruments to our gospel outreach by providing clean drinking water. For the past over 20 years, we have been using a drilling rig that was built in 1984, and we were concerned about its ability to help us continue the work due to its age and the difficulty finding parts to keep it going. It was critical to have a new drilling rig, and earlier this year, we received a new drilling rig to support this program. Since water shortage is a daily struggle even in the city of Addis Ababa, before we take the rig to the countryside where all of our drilling work takes place, we wanted to drill wells to be used for the deaf school, the clinic, and for the mission work in the compound. We drilled 2 wells in the compound, and a few weeks ago, we completed a pump test to know the amount of water the wells would yield, and completed a lab test to determine if the water is fit for human use. Soon, we will install electric pumps and the wells will be in use. Our neighbors who live near our mission compound are also faced with water shortage, and we intend to put a pipeline to share the water with our neighbors. Just like what we have witnessed in other places, we believe our neighbors who will receive the water will be open to the gospel message and become faithful followers of Jesus. We are grateful to God and to you for your prayers and support on this effort. The programs you have seen provide great service to those who are in need and are instrumental to our effort in preaching the gospel to the people of Ethiopia. When people hear and know we can help by teaching their children, providing clean drinking water, and medical assistance, they allow us to enter their community and they feel comfortable to come to us. And our trained preachers use these opportunities to have a discussion and teach the message of the gospel. Like the rest of the world, The last couple of years, the pandemic caused disturbance in Ethiopia. Some congregations used the time to complete the meeting places that were under construction, and as the situation improved, our brothers continued preaching the gospel, and many were added to the church. Today, once again, everywhere in the country, people are coming together to worship our God. Ethiopia holds the second highest population in Africa, and majority of the population is under the age of 32 years. In order to reach these young men and women, the leaders of the church gathered for 2-day discussion and prayers and agreed on training more men should be our priority. 20 young men who are chosen by their congregation will be coming to the Addis Ababa Preachers Training School to attend a 2-year biblical studies. In the new Deaf School building, we designated a classroom to conduct the training, and we anticipate starting the class September of this year. A dorm is needed for these students, and we are waiting for the government to give us building permit to start the work. Until we receive the permit, we are converting a building to be used as a temporary dorm for the students. Training and equipping the faithful being our main focus, and we believe the continuation of training more men is critical to the growth of the kingdom in Ethiopia and will help us reach new areas in the country and provides spiritual support to congregations everywhere. We are thankful for your prayers and support. We hold firm to the promises of God spoken in His words, for it says, "For God is not unjust so as to forget your work and the love you have demonstrated for His name, in having served and continuing to serve the saints." May the glory be to God.